If you haven't figured out, number 14 is Mr. Tate Haynes. Go ahead, Coach.
So now we're going to talk about a straight, that was a play action fake. Now we're going to talk about a straight drop back. And we don't see this very much anymore. From underneath center, which, you know, most guys are shotgun, and most quarterbacks don't like to take the snap and get the dabs, and guys don't work on it. He takes a 5-step drop here. And one of the keys for taking a 5-step drop is you're looking for separation from the defensive line. You're trying to get as far away as fast as you can. And we're really looking for about 7 yards. He's going to get about 6.5 yards here. But he does, one of the techniques is to kick as you're going backwards, is to kick. Watch him, because I think he does a great job kicking 2 times here. And he's going to get his own, create his own separation. Pause. So he just kicked. He sets his feet, good balance, and within setting his feet, and he's ready to throw the ball. He's loaded it correctly right here. He's balanced, and this ball, I really like this ball because he's going to throw it on a line between 2 defenders. And again, this is a big-time throw. Watch this ball. On a line in between two defenders.
Welcome back to the Prep Picks Report. You can see Carroll's Corner in its entirety Tuesday nights on the All Sports Report or shortly on KUSI.com. Please allow me to introduce the subject in Carroll's Corner, Cathedral Catholic quarterback Tate Haynes. Tate, you can be followed on Twitter at Tate_Haynes, correct?
Correct.
How does it feel to be under the Coach Carroll microscope?
Oh, that's an honor. You know, Coach Carroll obviously did great things with his program at Oceanside, so hearing that from him is an honor.
All right, so let's get right to it. The Holy Bowl. I've been here 19 years now. I can't remember using the words Holy Bowl and running clock in the same sentence. Maybe I just don't have a good memory, but I can't remember. If I had told you that there was going to be a running clock in the Holy Bowl, you would have said to me,
I would have said you might be correct. But I think, you know, we came out firing. We had a great week of practice, and
I mean, you took control early. What was the attitude? Was that you're this good as a team?
Right. Obviously, you know, we set our goals high. Our first goal was get a league title. So, you know, Saints was one blockage in the way of doing that, and we took care of business.
What's it like to play in this game?
You kind of assume the greatness of playing in the game with all the alumni, all the history that goes into it. It's just preached to you, especially from the coaches.
Now, a week prior, we had your counterpart from St. Augustine, Rodney Thompson, on, and your name came up. Take a listen to what he had to say about you.
He's a real good quarterback. He does what he needs to with that offense. He leads them. He manages the game. He does what's asked of him, you know, and that's really what you need in an offense like that. And he's doing a good job over there.
So it's only fair. It gives you a chance to. What do you think about Rodney?
I appreciate the words, and Rodney, I've known him since 5th grade. We worked out together, you know, training and stuff. So, you know, going to a big power in San Diego, St. Augustine, like he does. I think we have a lot of things in common.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are both quarterbacks at a very prominent private schools that win a lot.
Right.
So, I mean, if anyone can understand the pressure you're under, it's Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, exactly.
Your dad was a high school quarterback. Was it John Marshall, right? John Marshall in L.A., and then went on. He had a pretty decent career as an NFL defensive back. Now you're going to Boston College. Well, first of all, talk about the pressures of being in that bloodline where you know it's going to be hard for you to top what your dad did. Well, I know you're going to try, but it's going to be hard, right?
It's big shoes to fill. Yeah, but I got my goals high.
But it also doesn't help because if anyone knows the game as well as, I mean, hard to find Hall of Famers.
Right.
Kids, right?
Yeah, and having a Hall of Famer in your house is somewhat of a blessing.
This question line started out, he started out as a high school quarterback, went on to become a Hall of Famer in the secondary. You're a high school quarterback who's going to Boston College and will play in the secondary, is that?
That's correct.
So are you going to, is it deja vu all over again?
Maybe, Paul.
All right, well, yeah, I guess let's talk about Boston College. Why BC?
Well, they're the first school on me. They're the first school that offered me, and really developed a good relationship with Coach Adazio and their staff, and got out there, and it really seemed like I was wanted there. So it's a place I want to be.
Looking at pictures of the campus, I assume you've been. Pretty cool place, huh?
Yeah, and especially having Ray Smith, who was on the show a couple of years ago, there, and my friend teammate Patrick Brown, also committed there. So. Got some Dons in there.
No, did that help in their recruiting process? Obviously, they know where Cathedral Catholic is, right?
Right, pretty well, yeah.
So they had an early beat on you. All right, well, every week we ask a viewer to ask a question to you. And if we use that viewer's question, how old were you when you started playing football? This comes from Jerome Coleman. And Jerome, you get a PPR t-shirt for your question being on the air. Do you remember how old you were when a football was first in your hands?
I was kindergarten. That was my first flag football game, was kindergarten.
All right, well, young man, first of all, a couple things. You get a PPR coin. Because you're the Jack in the Box player of the night. You get 5 certificates to Jack in the Box. And bring out, now you must play for your supper. Tate,
I must.
Tell us about your musical career.
Well, you know, aside from being the quarterback, I have a few things I like to do on the side. So.
You've got 30 seconds. Show us what you can do.
I guess I should have known by the way you parked your car sideways that it wouldn't last. See, you're the kind of person that believes in making out once, love them and leave them fast. I guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses, Trojan, some of them music. But it was Friday night, I guess that makes it alright. And you said, what have I got to lose? And honey, I said, little red Corvette, baby, you're much too fast. Little red Corvette, I'm gonna make a love that's gonna last.
Wow!